Well, that whole delay was unnecessary. I was already a host. All right, well, welcome. Welcome to this edition of the Operator SDK for the grooming. I'll be hosting, and remember, this is being recorded. That recording has already started. Please be kind to each other and adhere to the code of conduct as we always and normally expect, as we always have done so far. So that's great. With that, let me share my screen. I will, first of all, please excuse me. I've been out for probably a month or so, just getting back. So I'm a little out of sync, but I'm happy to host. I see some things for us to talk about. I think there's a little bit of cleanup for us to do, or it could be me that's off. Either way, there's some correction for the first few minutes, and then we'll get into proper grooming. I will first note that we've got a release that came out for the 1.3 release, December 17th, so 27 days ago. That was just middle of last month. And so we will be preparing for the one, well, that's to be discussed. So let me share. Also, if you don't mind, I'm gonna first share, there it is. Hopefully you can see my screen. These are the agenda notes. And if you would, it includes this meeting with attendees and kind of what we're going to be talking about. So let me provide this link in the chat.
Yeah, I have one item on there that I would like to discuss before we go into any issues.
Yeah, okay, great. I'm happy to do that as well. The thing that, well, I'm not sure which to take first. Maybe we'll take that one first, Eric, and then just so we have clarity, if we move to, oh, I don't have access. There we go. If we move to the milestones, I would expect that we are moving into 1.4. There's one issue in 1.4. Oddly, there's 30 issues in 1.5, and there's even one issue in 1.6. So there's a lot already pre-planned out there that I'm lacking some awareness on. So some conversation around that would be extremely useful. And there could be some timing of things based on version matches. So that may be the reason. So why don't we, if that makes sense, Eric, you decide what would make more sense, whether we have a conversation around that or start on this this item that you've added to the agenda.
So that item is actually about what you were just talking about. So
perfect. Great.
The 1.4 release was supposed to be only a kube 120 bump from 119, which depends on a few upstream dependencies. That was intended to go in before the holidays and then got pushed to just after the holidays. And now here we are, still with a non-determined release date for Kube Builder with the appropriate dependencies. Therefore, I suggest that we move, or we basically rename the milestones to a version, minor version less than they actually are right now. So rename 1.5 to 1.4 and just cut 1.4 when all of the issues in that milestone are released. So sorry, just to back up, basically what I'm saying is we don't make 1.4 a 120 only release anymore and just continue with the normal release cadence. And we'll get to 120 when it is released upstream. I don't want to block 1.4 anymore because that blocks all downstream releases. I don't think that makes any sense, and it's not fair to anybody who's waiting on further minor releases.
Is the intent to cut a minor release as soon as possible after Kube Builder at all bumps dependencies still?
No, I think, well, is that what we decided? I thought basically what was going to happen was we were going to include in the next release that that bump.
Oh, I thought the intent was to cut 1.4 as soon as possible when that happens. And we're still
so 1.4 in particular, if I recall, we did agree to cut that as soon as possible just because we were behind on Kube versions.
Yes.
I don't remember whether we decided to immediately cut versions as soon as a kube version was released? That is a good question. I do think we talked about that in a prior meeting though, and somewhere in the agenda notes that should be noted down. And I think you sent out an email about that to the Operator Framework Google group, Jonathan.
That's distinctly possible. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay. While you're doing that, is everybody okay with what I just said about moving the open issues from 1.5 to 1.4?
That sounds fine. So basically, the stuff that's already queued up for 1.5, get that into 1.4, release that, and then 120 will go into either 1.6 or whatever the next scheduled one is,
Yeah, the first
depending on
release
when
that-
it gets released.
Exactly.
Okay, that's fair.
Is it expected that we're going to have a rushed release when that dependency is resolved?
Depending on what we said in Jonathan's notification, yes or no.
I got it. Yeah. Your statement now was just to be consistent with previous communication, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well, that helps out a great deal. There were a couple of things here. One is these versions, the other were dates. So based on what we just said, we're going to take issues out of 1.5, move them to 1.4, and then move out this date, which obviously is in the past, and move it out to what? To February 3?
So that will become, yeah, exactly, February 3rd, and then 1.6 will be 3 weeks after that instead of what it looks like 1 week.
So I found the announcement. We said that while we were making special exception for 1.4 because of the kube bump, that was not intended to be regular procedure. However, in the future, if a kube bump version is happening in the dependencies like a day or two after the scheduled date for a release to come out, we might wait a couple days to cut the release so we can include it.
Right. Okay. So that effectively means that we will likely be following the same release cadence going forward, unless it comes out that we can get 120 into Kube Builder like a few days after a minor release. But I don't necessarily think that's going to happen.
Sounds good.
Is there, I didn't see what was in there, but is there any reason to have this 1.6, or was this is super forward looking? I'm not understanding why this is just not in the backlog.
It's probably because we didn't think we would get to it the next release in 1.5, but maybe in 1.6. It's just a timing thing and how much people.
An extra thing on the docket because of the 1.4.
Oh, it's just, okay. So it was just future planning, and it was a realization of when this should, based on the decision, when it should apply. It sounds like. Would this be 1.5 then?
No, that will.
It should be, right? Because we're moving everything backwards one.
Yeah, I think
that will be
happening.
1.5. That will be 1.5.
All right, so this is just logistics, but is it easier for me just to delete 1.4, rename 1.5 to 1.4, and or will that cause problems, or does anybody know this?
There should be one issue on 1.4, right? That's the kube bump. I think you need to move that into the thing currently called 1.5.
Yeah.
And delete the old 1.4 and then rename stuff.
Yeah. Okay. That's exactly what I was asking. Yeah. Okay. So 1.4 has nothing.
You should probably change the date while you're in here.
I thought this was going to remain that date. I asked that question, but is there a reason to change?
I thought,
Yeah, that can remain
I
that
thought
date.
it already changed. Because yeah, got it. Ignore me.
Okay, yeah. You mean resume normal? No, I'm joking, totally. Okay. Okay, that's this is exactly what I was hoping to get to, was some cleanup, and I think this can't be February 11th though.
That should be 3 plus 21, so 24. Right?
Thank you. I think that's right.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this is the exact cleanup I was hoping for. I think we're all aligned now. Did I not? Oh, I just need to
That's
refresh.
a cache.
Yeah, caches. It's hard. Computer science is hard. Okay, that tackled both agenda items. I think one was this, which was, I guess, insanely closely tied to what I saw as a challenge. Any other kind of house cleaning or whatever, or should we just start diving into 1.4 at this point?
No, I think we can go ahead.
Okay, so as far as grooming is concerned, it's a little bit of making sure that we're planning 1.5, where we should be in the middle of 1.4, I think. So I guess the question is, do we want to go through each one of these and see where we're at and figure out if there should be some things removed or are questionable, or
The bottom one on that list should be removed.
Okay.
I think what happened is it got moved to 1.5 and then renamed as part of, because shouldn't that be 1.6 now?
Wait, isn't this the one we just moved here?
I think so. Yeah,
I
that's fine.
thought what we were going to do is this is going to happen when the kube builder dependency bump happens, which means we are quote unquote currently working on it. If it happens before 1.4 is cut, it'll be in 1.4 or 1.4.
Yeah, like we can leave it in. I mean, this will happen when it happens. We can leave it in 1.4 and then bump it to 1.5 if need be.
Okay, so leaving it in 1.4 just raises awareness that it's currently being worked on, and it has a slightly different priority than probably the other features in 1.4. Is that's right? I get the, Jose, I do get the concern. Okay. Yeah, normally I think from a grooming standpoint, I would expect to have done a lot of this before we start an iteration, but I expect that, or a sprint, but I think we're in that. Is there, what all do we want to do with regard to this current 1.4?
Let's make sure that everything is assigned.
Okay, great.
And then go through all the issues, make sure that the person who is assigned can work on it.
Okay, issue 1 is not assigned. Ability to, I'm sorry, add ability to create custom metrics in the Ansible operator. Do we have someone to assign this to?
Should it be in the milestone because it's help you wanted and it needs discussion?
Yeah, if it's got needs discussion on it, then it probably shouldn't be in the milestone. Good spot.
So I guess the question is, should this go to the backlog, or is there a request here that is intended to meet a certain milestone, like someone's dependent upon this feature?
I'm sure that we can throw it in the backlog, given that it does still need discussion and it has help wanted on it.
Any other discussion on this guy? All right. Okay, this is assigned to Eric. This is creating a bundle for multi-group operators, and all right.
Yeah, I have time for this, and I'm not 100% sure whether it's a bug or not. I still need to investigate, but I think it might be. We can leave the bug label off for now. Yeah, we can leave this in the milestone.
Okay. Creating Ansible operator.
We
It's
can
assigned.
leave this one. I know that we brought this recently downstream and this was not an issue. So I will double check to see if it still exists, but we haven't had this problem recently.
Yeah, this would, to me, sounds like a bug, but is it?
Yeah, it sounds like a bug. So
Okay.
I just
So
haven't
more-
been able to recreate it. And I know we tested this downstream when we brought it in to productize it, and it wasn't an issue, but I'll take another
Okay.
look at it to make sure.
Yeah, it might, yeah, that sounds great. It might be worth adding that unable to reproduce or something, but maybe that's your end conclusion as opposed
Yeah,
to,
well,
yeah, cool.
perfect.
Docs, not assigned. We need docs for run build, bundle, sorry, run bundle.
I can do that.
All right. Refactor unit test for operator installer. You're already assigned, Jose? You good?
I would say let's remove
Jesus.
that. Let's remove that.
Remove it from the, I'm sorry, I've been
milestone.
calling you the wrong name, but remove it from the milestone completely, backlog?
Move it to 1.5. Unless someone really wants to take care of that, but I'm not going to be able to right now.
Okay.
And that's okay. I get called lots of things. So,
Sorry, yeah, no, I feel bad. I was like, wait a minute.
well, Joe's not, I don't know if Joe's on the call, so I was pretending to be Joe. I could be both Joe and Jesus together.
Add unit tests for operator SDK CMD layer. That is Jonathan, I believe. Still good?
The what?
Are we still, does it still seem reasonable to maintain and will be done in the time frame?
I'm still working on it. This is sort of backed up right now on the refactor, which I was waiting for reviews on. And just before this meeting, I saw somebody actually did review it like around the time I turned it into a pumpkin last year, which I didn't realize. So I need to go respond to their comments. But yeah, this is still happening.
Is this the PR here?
Yes.
Yeah, I might review as well. Sounds good. Awesome. Okay, a bug fix to Helm operator. Looks like it's assigned to Joe. There we go. Looks like that's review, number of reviewers. Is this the, oh, that's the pull request for it. Why is that showing up?
I think just every type of issue assigned to
Yeah.
this milestone will show up here.
Okay. Well, this looks like it's active, and I think we can probably leave it. See the scorecard. That's mine. It's reasonable to stay. I will look to have that done.
Actually, if so, I have a PR open for that. If you want to assign me as well to that issue, because I don't know if you have time to review that. If not, that's totally fine. But we might as well just have both of us assigned.
Yeah, that's great. I've had less time, surprisingly, than I expected, but I expect that to resolve itself in the next week or two. Appreciate you jumping on that. I'll do a review, but the goal was to do this for all the languages, so looks like it's still there. I'm not sure what the review is on, whether it's specific to Go or not.
It's for all of them.
Okay, great. I would like to be able to rerun my own Travis jobs. That is Jonathan, and Jonathan is assigned. Does this seem like achievable?
You might want to take me off this and put on Eric, because it seems like he's the one running this now. Does that sound fine, Eric?
Yeah, we can both be assigned to this because I assume that you will still be reviewing this, and I think you already did. So just leave that.
Okay.
Awesome. Is there an easier way of doing what I'm? I feel like I should just be able to hit next, and it's not working for me. Let's go this route. Is there? I gotta learn me some more navigational tricks within here. All right, CSV field markers are not collected if they are in another Go file. Bug. It's already assigned. Eric, what are your thoughts?
I will probably be able to do this milestone. I will know by next week whether I have to move it to the next one or not.
Okay. Were you able to confirm it's a bug? It just needs to be resolved?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Controller Gen, looks like Jesus and Varsha are both assigned.
Yeah, I think we can keep this.
Yeah, there's already an PR for that. I'll just look into that.
Great. Yeah, some of this meeting is awareness, so that's good. Scaffolding, operators should depend on the latest. So everybody got assignments. What are your thoughts? Either Austin or Jesus?
Let me see.
Wasn't this stalled on?
I thought it was, but I don't remember why.
It was like something was broken in the collection or something, and we needed it to be fixed.
Let's keep it for now to review. I'm gonna make I want to do this first, so that way, if it's still broken, then I'll punt it. If not, then we'll try to address it.
Okay. It might be worth a note in there so we have context the next time we look at it.
Well, this
Yep.
was written down somewhere, I feel. Give me a
I
sec.
thought we did, but okay.
Let's see here. Did I jump on the same one again? Controller Gen and customize. Jesus and Varsha.
Is that not the same one?
Maybe it's possible.
That was the previous one.
It's hard to keep track of this the way it's just, I'm navigating it poorly.
Yep.
Let's see here. All right, make run. Eric, how do you feel?
Oh yeah, this one. I would very much like to get to this as well. I already have a PR open for it, but the PR doesn't quite do what we want it to.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say leave this in for now.
Okay. Refactor internals. This is Jonathan reported and Jonathan assigned. How do you feel?
I mean, this is just related to that. This is the smaller issue about the refactor stuff. So this is still happening.
Okay, this is tied to the testing refactor.
Yeah.
Great.
And I can't seem to find any conversation about the Ansible collection. I could have sworn there was like a conversation somewhere people had about why it wasn't bumped yet, but I can't find it.
It's not on the PR that you had open.
It's not on the issue.
I think there was also a PR related.
The PR doesn't look like it's linked in the issue.
Unable to test locally. Yeah, this issue's been around for a little while, it seems. Camilla or Jonathan? Does this make sense for this release?
I mean, some work's happened on this already. Yeah, I think this is still important. We've narrowed it down, I think, to the molecule tests, which I think somebody was working on. I don't remember who. We were going to stick them in a Docker container or something like that.
Yeah, so molecule tests recently got changed. I don't know if this is still a problem. I don't have a Mac, so I can't really test it. Camilla, do you know?
Changed on our end or changed on their end?
Yeah,
It was the molecular tests were changed upstream or in Operator SDK.
we fixed the tests, the molecular, but yeah, I'm not sure because if I'm not wrong, I believe that my biggest problem was like, if I run the way that is now, I'm not sure if I'm able to still running. I would need to try again, running the test to see if I can run by the idea and debug them as well. I think this was one of the problems because before the change in the make file, I was able to like go in idea, debug the tests, which was very helpful. And I think it's no longer possible. Doesn't know.
So this needs to be reinvestigated. I think, Camilla, you're assigned to this one, right?
That's right.
Do you
Along
have-
with Jonathan.
Do you have time to? Do you have time to do
Yeah,
this?
I can try. What do you think? Yeah, I can try to check that, and maybe would it be easier like we try. I'll see. Maybe it'll be easier we raise a new issue. If one for each problem found, then we can tackle better. I'll see. I'll try as soon as possible run the tests and debug locally, and I'll let you know, folks.
Awesome. Thank you,
Awesome.
Camilla. Ansible operator needs a way to pass vars as unsafe.
I was just looking at that. I won't have time to do this one. So we can either reassign or move to 1.5.
I can help with this.
Oh.
I can get in touch with Jesus. I haven't worked with this before, but I can
Okay,
help.
perfect.
Okay. Does that change make sense? Just to add?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. Okay.
And the issue with community Kubernetes, I found Jonathan's PR. That's where the comments were. I added a link to the PR in the issue.
Oh,
So
great.
that-
Thank you. Yeah, makes sense. So it's crazy when you know you wrote it, right?
Yeah, Jonathan was like, I know we've had this conversation before.
Okay, internal Ansible set the role and playbook defaults. Let's see here. A lot of reviewers. Okay, so this is an open PR. It does seem like we should keep it in this sprint then. Run package manifest does not work with webhooks and certman.
This
Eric?
can
Oh,
be,
go ahead.
sorry. This can be closed. It was just about bumping the older version.
This issue?
Yeah.
I think if you scroll down, we decided to do some documentation work here. I think it's just embedding a link, like I mentioned. So this should be pretty straightforward. But yeah, like the original problem is only related to OLM version.
Okay.
Yeah, keep this in.
And you maintain the assignee?
Yep.
Yep. Thank you. See here, docs again, and it's already assigned. How about this one, Eric?
Yes, I can also do this since I also have a bunch of other OLM doc stuff to do. Might as well.
Yep. Sorry, provide a way to replicate the Ansible Python environment of Docker image. It's already assigned to Austin. I didn't see that he's on. Is this, I guess we'll have to assume that he's going to be fine.
Add me, and then I will ping him.
Great.
If he can't do it, then I'll
Whoops.
more than likely move it.
I can help with this as well. This is Rashmi here.
Oh, I get that. Great.
AS Mac.
Yeah, I guess.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
Yep.
Yeah, somehow I removed him, didn't mean to. Okay, great. Thanks, team. Let's see here. Status conditions. Let's see here. Russia?
Yeah, it's a doc change. It's a quick one. I can do it.
Yep, perfect. Lost my, there we go. Okay, no assignment on this one. Upgrade SDK to use the Cube RBAC proxy 070 instead of 050. Camilla, so I'm not sure we need additional information, but do we have someone who can take this on? And does this make sense?
Wasn't there a problem with the image that we pull is the older one and the upstream? We're not using the upstream one. We were using one that was hosted by Google.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is blocked upstream by
Yeah.
upstream.
It is blocked by upstream, and exactly. And we need the Google Fox updated. We spoke about using directly the image from the repository that has the project, but the downside is like how we can ensure that the image always will be there, you know. This is, in my point of view, one cons.
Should we move this
Yeah.
to 1.5? Or are they likely to fix this in the next couple weeks?
Doesn't know. I haven't been raising cheese for a while. We need to find someone that has the permissions and would like to do that.
I vote for moving it to 1.5 for now.
Do I hear a
That
second?
works for me.
Okay. All right. Doc and Operator SDK, looks like Jonathan. Is this something that is still on your docket?
Yeah.
Or make the bundle generator, I'm sorry, yeah, well, it's phrased a little bit odd, but it generates the wrong CSV for Ansible. Looks like Eric, you're assigned. Is that still reasonable?
Yeah, so I am not sure whether this is a bug or not, so I've left the needs information label on there, but I will be
Yeah.
investigating this and either we'll close it out or assign a bug label and work on it this milestone.
Great. Docs, looks like it's assigned. I'm not familiar with the assignee. Is this,
Hey, Ish, are
Ish?
you on the call?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
yeah, Ish?
You're muted if you're
Isha.
trying to talk.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. I haven't had a chance to take a look at this. I've been wrapped up with a bunch of other things, but I can put it on the table on my calendar for this week.
Awesome. Am I saying that right, by the way, as Isha?
Ish.
Ish, great, that's easy. Thank you. Let's see here. Options to use the Operator SDK bundle validate. Looks like Camilla, you're assigned. Is that something? It looks like it's documentation. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's fine. I will be able to do soon. It's just docs. It's fine.
Just docs. All right, well then, should be done by the time we're done with this meeting then, right? I was joking. All All right.
I'm laughing. I was muted. Sorry.
Only if you promise to also review it by the time we're done with this.
That's a good point. Options for customizing the channels and versions for the bundle target is not clear. It looks like documentation again, and also Camilla. Does this fit within the window of getting done by the February 3rd?
Yeah, all fine.
I mean, it's just docs. Eric, looks like unable to use the Operator SDK generate to generate a bundle from a pre-existing one. Bug.
Yeah, this is fairly straightforward, and I'll be able to do this.
Clean up hangs in the operator's helm tutorial. This was assigned currently to Jonathan. You still looking at that?
I haven't looked at this yet, but I am going to look at this in the next 3 weeks. So yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, didn't mean to insinuate something. How to find the Operator SDK version compatibility. Looks like Eric, you're assigned currently. Reasonable?
Yeah, I'll probably have a PR for this today or tomorrow.
Awesome. Yeah, because it's just docs.
Exactly.
And then last, I think we've talked about this at the beginning of our meeting. So we're waiting on this. This is only in this milestone, again, I guess for awareness, and that it may not actually be tied to this milestone release. Is that still true? I guess it depends on the upstream.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it. That's we've talked through all of the issues. Why is this not assigned?
That's the
What
one
did
we
we?
said to move.
Oh, it did move. And I guess we don't need to assign it if it moved. I just need to hit refresh. Okay. So it looks like, let's see here, that is a PR, so that's fine. Everything's assigned. It sounds like everybody's fine with being able to accomplish the things that are in here. There's a couple of loose ends, I think 2 upstream dependency things that we just have to manage to that. Is there anything that someone is aware of that is missing that should be in this release? And is this, yeah, is there something from the backlog or any kind of issues that we should be looking at?
I mean, do you want to take a second to look at the priority important soon? See if there's anything that's not in the milestone, if so, why?
That's a great question.
It's a pretty short list.
Yeah, it is. Looks like this is 1.4, so that's good. This is 1.5, but we just talked about that, so there's a reason. Let's see here. This one here is in the backlog. So CRDs are invalid.
Yeah.
We should,
This is an ongoing issue. It was reportedly fixed in controller gen twice now and is still not fixed as far as I can tell, even though I thought it was, and I posted a workaround. I've tried following up with that upstream. It's still pending. So yeah, I don't really know what to do here aside from wait or try and fix this myself, but I don't think I have time for this. This looks like a pretty hairy issue.
yeah, it also, to add to that, or maybe to emphasize, this definitely is an upstream dependency. Like we're waiting on upstream to resolve some things that then we can align with, right?
Yeah, something along those lines. I might actually add this to the agenda for the KubeBuilder controller tools controller runtime meeting tomorrow, and yeah, just make them all aware that this is still a problem.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not seeing this in KubeBuilder, or maybe they are.
They are.
Because we could do something hackish, but which I wouldn't want to. But it's been a long time. This was like the summer, wasn't it? I could be wrong. Let's see here. Yeah, June. So it's been a long time. Okay. Thanks for that, Jonathan. I think that's brilliant to make sure that we're looking at importance soon. Anything else?
Nothing from me.
Well, any topics that we should talk about other than grooming? I think that concludes the grooming effort itself. No, you guys are easy today. Where are we going?
Slowly
see
getting
here.
back from vacation.
Oh, there is a point of interest. Looks like our next Operator SDK triage meeting is Monday. I believe for a lot of people in the US that is a holiday. Do we still have that meeting on that day, or?
If it's a US holiday, I'll probably cancel it. I don't think I have off, but I'm sure pretty much everybody else does. So I will cancel that if that is indeed a holiday.
It is. It's Martin Luther King Jr.'s day.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely canceling meetings that day.
Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, just awareness then. And then if that is canceled, I don't think we meet again till, can that be true? Hold on, let me see that. So that is January 18th. And then, okay, so January 25th would be the next meeting. Does that seem accurate?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. All right. So we meet next January 25th. I assume Jonathan, or I'm sorry, Eric, that you're getting the cancellation out. And that should be it.
Awesome.
Well, thanks, guys. Yeah, really appreciate it. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. Thanks a lot. See ya.
Ciao.
See you later.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy New Year.